Hey everybody, it's the Uneducation of a Nation, and I'm here to uneducate you. That's right, I want to take the Jew out of the education, folks. Listen, I know you haven't seen me in front of the camera in a long time because let me tell you something. I was sick for like 3 months. I told you with a bad cough and I couldn't get rid of it. And I stopped exercising and, anyway, whatever. That's why I look a little different. I've gained 60 pounds in the last 3-4 months for not being able to move around. But anyway, let's get to what's going on here. I have discovered something, folks. It's something big and something scary too. You know what I'm saying? Because when you dig deep like this, you're going to find things that's going to scare the heck out of you. You understand? Okay, first, you're probably wondering, what is this about, right? And let me tell you, this is going to be like a 3 or 4 part series. I mean, it's going to keep going too, but this first one is going to be how this has to do with the 9/11 ritual. And then from there, I'm going to dig into the Bible and all that stuff, and you'll understand what it's all about, okay? And, okay, first let me tell you, okay, The Matrix Room 101, what is that about? When I saw The Matrix the first time, the first thing that stood out to me was when I saw the room number 101 in that movie. I was like, what is that room number about? Like, what's so important about that room number? I don't know why it stuck in my head, but it did. Okay? And then later on in the movie, like, maybe 30 minutes in, 40 minutes in, you see it again. Okay? But anyway, I didn't go back and look at what the movie was about even. I mean, what that was about. I haven't seen it since. But when I remembered that one scene. Okay? Anyway, so I was like, what is that about, right? So anyway, let me tell you something, folks. So the Big Apple equals 101, okay? And I'm going to tell you what that 101 is all about later, okay? I'm not going to tell it to you now, okay? Because right now I'm going to dive into the how 9/11 was all about killing Jesus Christ, okay? Now look at this. New York City, right? And look what it adds up to, okay? It's 42, 69, and 57, right? And then it breaks down to a 6, a 15, and a 12. Then it breaks down to a 3, 6, and 6. You understand what that means? Like 5 plus 7 is 12, right? And then 1 and 2 equals 3. That's how you break it down to the final number. That's the 3, 6, and 6 equals 15, right? And I told you the 15 is the number, not the number of the beast, but the mark of the beast is the O, okay? And you see the O right in the middle of the 1 and the 1. And I'm going to tell you what that means, okay? But anyway, my point is, the 6 is his number, okay? But the 15 is the circle, which is the O. The 15th letter of the alphabet is the O. So that's why he loves the O, because he needs that O, okay? And that's why he has to use the 15. But the 6 is what it breaks down to eventually. So the 6 is actually his number, but the 15, which is the circle, is the mark of the beast. Okay, the circle or the O or the 0 is the mark of the beast. Okay, now I'm going to change this board, and then I'm going to go on to the 9/11. So before I show you how Jesus Christ was killed on 9/11, okay, I mean the ritual of Jesus being killed on 9/11, I have to lay the groundwork for you, okay? So I have to show you this chart first, and then I'll get to the 9/11, okay? So God equals 26, which breaks down to 8, okay? So the number of God is 8, okay? But there is a connection to the 1 and the 7, which equals 8. And I'll show you that in later on in the video or another video, because I don't have room and I don't have time on this video, okay? So Elohim, look, so he was 26 and Elohim is 62, okay? And Elohim is their god, Satan, and you know who they are. And I've been telling you guys that Elohim is their god, and I'm proving it to you right here. He is number 8 also when it breaks down. You understand? 6 and 2 equal 8, okay? Do you understand? So Elohim is their God. And Jesus equals 74, okay? and it breaks down to an 11, okay? You understand? So Jesus is 7, 4, and 11. Lucifer is 7, 4, and 11. Okay, you ever heard of the as above, so below? That's what this is, okay? The Satan is mimicking what, as above, so below. Do you get it? Okay, now, you're going to wonder why Satan is below, why not over here? Because I'll explain that another time. So it's just, like I said, this is like a big puzzle with all the pieces, spread out. Eventually, you'll see how it comes together, and you are going to be amazed at what's going on, okay? So Satan is 55, and it breaks down to a 10, okay? Adam was 19, breaks down to a 10, okay? That's the number I'm saying if you added up the letters, okay? Okay, and Eve is 32, breaks down to a 5. And man is 28 and breaks down to a 10, because 2 and 8 is 10. You understand? Like 3 and 2 is 5. Okay, I'm going to stop the video and put another board up. So be patient, folks. I'm going to get to the 9/11 ritual killing of Jesus Christ, okay? Now, let me remind you that you know how hard and difficult this is to put into words and to show you. You understand? I'm having a difficult time remembering what to say, okay? Because I'm looking into my camera phone and I'm looking at the words backwards. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I have to show you this before. I have to lay the groundwork like I told you. Okay, so God equals 26, which equals 8. 8, okay, is the number. 7, okay, God is 1. Okay, he's number 1, right? And 1 and 7 equal 8. Do you understand that? Okay, now who was second who would have been second? Would have been the O. And the O is, like I told you, is Satan. Okay? But he was cast out of heaven. You understand? He was cast out and thrown down. And I'll show you how the religious Jews, how they spell God and Lord. You see? They take the O out. Okay, this is how they spell it, because their God is Elohim. You understand? They took the O out of God and they put it over here now, okay? But anyway, what I was trying to say was, okay, so he cast him out, right? But let me tell you what he did. He took a part of him out, okay? I'm going to tell you what I mean. See, Satan's number is 10, okay? Not 15. But here he's 15, okay? But because he was cast out, God passed him up and went straight to Jesus, okay? And he gave him he took the 5 out of him. So look, 7 and 1 make 8, right? For God. And then the 5 and the 4 make 9. He comes after God. You get what I'm saying? He was God a second time. Okay, so the number 9 is really the important number here. Okay? So not only, so it's the 11, 7 and 4 is 11, and it's also the 5 and the 4, which is the 9. Okay, now let me tell you what happened now. So Satan, he's number 10. Remember that. You can go back and look on the chart. So Satan is number 10. So what does Satan do? Because he got 5 taken away from him. Remember, he was 15. Now he's 10 down here. So what he did was he slept with Eve. Okay? And Eve is number 5. Go back and look. It adds up to 5. So he became 10 and 5 is 15. So he took it back again. Do you understand how unbelievable this is? Okay? And then what did God do? He sent Jesus Christ down here. Okay? To to redeem us for what he did. Okay? Down here. And this is why Satan is going nuts now, because Jesus was not, he wasn't able to beat Jesus, and Jesus won. Even though he was killed, he came down here to be killed to save us, his children. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you here? Okay? Now look, all these numbers have to do with Jesus, okay? The 11, the 4, remember, he was the 4 here. You understand? So, and he became, look at 7 and 4, he became 74, because that's what he adds up to. And then but it breaks down to an 11. Okay. And then after he came down and defeated Satan down here, he took the 5 again from him. He became Christ. You understand? That's how he became Jesus Christ. After he defeated Satan, he became the Christ. And it adds up to 5. Okay? So he took that 5 back from Satan. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Okay? But he still has the mark of the 0. He has that mark on him down here. But he's missing his 5. Do you understand? Okay? Do you see how unbelievable this is? So anyway, so remember, all these numbers have something to do with 9, the 11, the 4, the 7. You understand? So Christ adds up to 77, 74. You understand what I'm trying to tell you, right? Okay, and look, and see, Satan was supposed to be number 1. And look at his number. It's 33 and 6. The final is the 6, which is the same as up here. The 6, you get it? He was going to be the 6 up there. And have you ever heard that saying, the spirit of 76? For the older people, they know what that is. The spirit of 76. It would have been 7 and 6 right here. Okay? He lost his place. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? And he's a rebel. You get what I'm saying? Again, the rebel is the 6. Okay? Anyway, so you understand that now? Let me get to something else. So I'm not going to have time in this part 1 to show you the 9/11 because I went too long on this. Anyway, but I just wanted to show you real quick again. Remember, Satan was 10 and Eve was 5. So he took Eve. You understand? That's how he got the 15 back. But then Jesus took it away from him when he became Christ, because Christ was 5 on the numbers. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? And remember, I was telling you about the as above, so below. You see how it's the same for the Elohim, who is their last God. This one's going to be the last one. You understand? It's Satan, Lucifer, the devil, and then Elohim is this is their real God up here. Anyway, so remember, I was telling you about as above, so below. Look, you got the same Elohim and God add up to 8. Lucifer and Jesus add up to 8. And then, I have it upside down. And then, wait a minute. See, I told you when looking at it, when you're looking through the telephone, it looked like it was upside. It was right. Okay, you see heaven and hell is 10 and 10. As above, so below. Do you understand? Okay? It's not a coincidence, this stuff, okay? Anyway, like I said, that was part 1. Just imagine how difficult this is to put into words, okay? It's like trying to tell you the story of the Bible in 10 minutes. Anyway, so part 2 is going to be the killing, how they killed Jesus Christ in that ritual in 9/11, okay? Anyway, I'll see you in part 2.